We are building stronger schools together so that every scholar every day is ready for life.
It's an exciting day. It's an exciting day. I'm Clinton Johnson, Director of Athletics, and we are excited about this signing day for our student athletes and parents and relatives and friends as well. Before we get started, let me introduce my staff. My administrative secretary is Ms. Purvis Jackson, Secretary Ms. Virginia Morris, Assistant ADs Coach Chuck Wansley and Coach James Woody. We are excited as well. This is a great day. Student athletes have worked hard. Parents have worked hard. Some of you parents have been parents to student athletes who are not your children. And we appreciate that. And we hope that you all will return and support us as your child moves on to the next level. At this time, we're going to ask Reverend James Gilmore to come up and provide an inspiring word for today. Reverend Gilmore is a great friend and supporter of JPS Athletics.
We must remember that we are always in God's care and we're always in God's sight. In the first book of Joshua, God tells Joshua that Moses, your servant, is dead. But I want you to be of good courage. He reminded Joshua 3 times to be courageous and be of good courage, because I will be with you as I was with Moses. So I want to say to these young men today, be of good courage and be courageous. He also told Joshua, as you face this precipice, going over into the promised land, I want you to be courageous. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart and lean not to your own understanding, but in all of your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. Do good, and he will be with you in this precipice that you're about to overtake in your life, a new journey.
Darius Rice. Darius is, no, he's not a football player. He's not a former football player, but he is a JPS grad. He has experienced some of the things that our student athletes are about to, these graduating seniors are about to get involved in. And he just quickly said yes to share some of his experiences and insight. It's just like a look ahead. Well, you know his uncle is Jerry Rice. He's a 2000 Lanier High School graduate. He was valedictorian as well as McDonald's All-American. He signed with the University of Miami, where he played, where he was the only player to lead the school in scoring all 4 years. A 4-time Big East player, all Big East player. He has been playing professionally for 14 years. He did stints with the Miami Heat, Cleveland Cavaliers, and New Jersey Nets, as well as the NBDL champion and record holder for points and threes in the championship game, 55 points with 11 threes. And at this time, we're going to welcome Darius Rice to the podium, JPS grade.
I just wanted to come here today to just give some words to a lot of you guys that's going off to this journey. You know, I was in your place many years ago. It came down to me, a lot of hard nights with my parents, thinking about, what the future holds and do I want to leave home or, do I want to stay? It's a really big decision that you guys are making today, but it's a grown man decision, because this is, your last time when you actually have to wake up in the morning and your mom is there cooking you breakfast and telling you what to do, because now you're about to go off into the real world. You're about to go off into life now, where you got to make your own decisions and your own choices, and no one's going to be there to hold your hand. Just embrace the opportunity that you have, and a lot of people want to sit in your position right now, able to commit to a school and sign with a university. But the journey doesn't end here. A lot of you guys, have ambitions of making a lot of money one day playing football. The thing is, you have to keep working hard. The same thing that got you in this point right now, you have to do on the next level. But now you have to do it against the world. It's just not the people in Mississippi anymore. Now you're competing with everybody that's out there trying to get some money. You're competing with the recruiting class that will come in the next year. When I was a sophomore, we were recruiting another guy. He was similar to me, but I knew he wasn't going to beat me out, but I knew I needed a backup because we were losing a couple players. But those guys are coming in next year. You know what? I'm going to start. I'm going to take his position. They're coming in after you. So it's going to be another class the next year, and it's going to be another class the next year. But the thing that got you here today is hard work. You know, we all from Mississippi. You know, so we're no stranger from hard work. We're competing with New York, California, Florida. You know, I had the pleasure of talking to Javancy Jones, Jackson State, and he had a great East-West game. And now he went from 700 ranked to like maybe 200 ranked. Now he's on the NFL draft board, maybe second, third round now, you know, because of hard work, you know, the Mississippi roots that we have. So I just want, you know, you guys to keep going, keep fighting. You know, I'm proud of you to sit in this room right now to see you guys going to the university. A lot of people, a lot of players I've seen come through here with so much talent. They didn't have it up here, and they didn't have it right here in their mind and their hearts that they wanted to make it to the next level for their family, and they didn't have it. They had all the talent in the world. A lot of players I played against better than me, but they didn't have it. They didn't have that desire. They didn't have that fight that, you know, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make something out of myself, you know. But I'm proud of you guys. I look forward to following you the next few years to see where your career goes, and hopefully, you know, I prayed on this decision because, you know, when you make it, go out and do what you got to do.
For the past 3 years, the Sanderson Farms Golf Championship has included JPS students in its championship activities and golf clinics. Also, some of our school organizations have served as caddies during the Pro-Am. This year, players from Provine High School and Murrah High School served as caddies, and Steve is going to come up and make a presentation.
For those of you who know a little bit about the Sanderson Farms Championship, we're the PGA Tour event that takes place here in Jackson at the Country Club of Jackson. There's only 43 PGA Tour events in the country, and we have one of them here in Mississippi. And it takes a lot of people to make the tournament happen, a lot of volunteers to give up their time and their efforts. And we have 2 Pro-Ams where companies pay a lot of money to play in a practice round with a PGA Tour professional. And we have some of the students from Provine and Murrah that got out of a day of school, I'm sure they didn't mind that, to come out and caddy for us. And what we wanted to do is just present a check to each high school in the amount of $2,500 to say thank you for that. So I've got checks here for Provine High School and Murrah High School. Hopefully just as a way to say thank you for what you do. Maybe we can get some more of the schools involved in the future, because I think the students had a great time doing it, and hopefully expose them a little bit to the game of golf. So I want to say thank you for doing that for us.
We're going to get started right now with Callaway High School head coach Darius Brown.
I was fortunate enough to go through this process. To the guys, it's really a big deal. Everything Darius told you is true. Just enjoy this moment, because after you put pen to paper, it's back to work. You actually got a couple of minutes to enjoy this, and if you're smart, when you get up in the morning, you'll start working on getting better, so you will be relevant when you get where you're going. You're going from a big fish to another guy, and the only way you can become more than another guy is to attack it the way you attacked it in high school, but you got to do it 3 times as harder. Because like Darius said, every year they recruit people specifically to do something that they think you can't do as well as the person they recruiting. So never get comfortable, stay hungry, keep working, you'll be fine. And congrats to all the players. We got a lot of guys in here, so congrats to everybody from every school. First, we have from Callaway High School, we have Markel Gladney, who will be going to Jackson State University. We have Valdez Hobson, who will also be going to Jackson State University. Offensive tackle Markel is a cornerback. And we have our kicker Marcus O'Neal, who is also committed to Jackson State University. Next we have Aaron Odom, who is yet to make his decision. He'll decide today at 11:45 on the High School Network. Harold Blackman, who also has yet to make his decision, he will make his announcement live at 11:45. Next we have Emmanuel Dabney, defensive back, who will be going to the University of Southern Mississippi. Next we have Sean Ross, an offensive guard, who will be going to Belhaven. Next we have Gabe Rogers, who attended Jones Community College. Next we have Stephen Weems, who will be attending Northwest Community College. Next we have Spencer Davis, a wide receiver, that will be going to Pearl River Community College. Austin Early, offensive lineman, that will be going to Pearl River Community College. Tyrus Jones, defensive lineman, that will be going to Pearl River Community College. And lastly, Roderick Williams, tight end, that will be going to Pearl River Community College. It was a pleasure to coach these guys. Congratulations. Next, I'm going to pass it off to Coach Lane from Forest Hill.
I would like to thank the parents of the student athletes at Forest Hill for allowing me to work with their most prized possession. It's been my honor and my pleasure to work with these guys for the last 3 years, and I hope that today is just the beginning of something great for them. I tell them all the time that after today, when they sign their scholarship, that's really all that school owes them. It's their job to use that scholarship to their advantage. And the 2 guys we have today, I think they'll do a great job of that. Our signees at Forest Hill are Javius Brown, who will be signing with University of Central Arkansas. And we have Cortland Hubbard, who's going to sign with Northeast Community College. Next, I'll pass it along to Coach Curtis Stapleton, Lanier High School.
Bringing greetings from Lanier High School, where Mr. Michael McDonald is principal. I just want to say I'm elated to be here this morning, and I want to congratulate all the signees, but I got a special spot in my heart for my guys because I'm a product of JPS, and I'm a Bulldog as well. As Darius knows, once a dog, always a dog. These young men have been pillars of our program the past 3 years. I was able to coach them. These guys worked hard. They were leaders in our program, leaders in the school, and they were low-maintenance guys, and these coaches know what I mean about low maintenance. They did what they were supposed to do, and I thank them for making my job easy for me. And I want to thank their parents, grandparents, aunts, and uncles for allowing me to coach these guys, and you all did a super job in raising these young men. And I know when they go off to Northwest Community College, and as they matriculate there, they will make Jackson Public Schools proud, as well as Lanier. I want to introduce these 2 guys. First guy is Keith Foggy. He's an offensive lineman, defensive lineman, and he will play offensive line at Northwest. Yeah, Northeast recruited him hard. And each one of these guys had multiple scholarships, and I had coaches calling all the time, wanted me to get involved in it, and I know this is the biggest decision they have to make in their life. It's one that they have to be comfortable with, their parents have to be comfortable with. Even though we are good friends as coaches, I can't direct them where they go and do what they're supposed to do. Next young man is Devian Ford. Devian was a multi-talented athlete as well. He's played all the positions on the defensive line, played offensive guard, and he did play some fullback for us as well. He did score a touchdown this year. So just proud to introduce these guys, and want them to know and understand, as the coaches have said earlier, this is only the beginning. And you get what you work for. To go on to another 4-year school, it's got to be a lot of hard work, dedication, and determination on the football field, more importantly, in the classroom.
And I just wanted to say to Keith Foggy Jr., if you've never seen your dad play basketball, man, I got some video, man. Your dad was a great basketball player back here.
First of all, I'd just like to thank all you guys for coming out to support these young men. A lot of hard work goes into this process, and the young man that's signing here today, he put in a lot of hard work. His mom put in a lot of work. She was there every day, picking him up, dropping him off. He stayed late. She waited, never complained. Sit out there in the car all those hours while he put in that extra work so he could get this opportunity. So it paid off for you, get a chance to go to school, no student loans, out debt-free. So that's a big accomplishment for all these guys, is to just stay out of debt. More importantly, stay out of debt. If you got a scholarship, don't take that loan out to put extra money. Just stay on the grind, work hard, and stay on top as far as being debt-free. So that's a real positive. We have one young man that's going to sign here today. That's Amari Kitchens. He's going to sign with Jackson State. I have a couple more young men that are going through the process right now. We had one that was going to sign, Kendrick Hines, but he had a couple of D1 schools come in late, so he's going to wait and continue his process at a later date. Next up, we have Provine Horse High School, Coach Otis.
Here representing Provine High School today, we got 6 young men who have done it the right way. These young men have done everything we have asked them to do. They work extremely hard. They prepare themselves daily in the weight room, but most importantly in the classroom. Deontay Brox, Juwan Taylor, Jason Finch, Roderick Dozier, Jaquavius Randall, and Trevin Bass. Deontay Brox will be signing with Coahoma Community College. Jawan Taylor with Northeast Community College. Jason Finch with Lane College. Roderick Dozier with Southeast Community College. Trevin Bass with Northwest Community College. Southwest, I'm sorry. Trevin Bass with Northwest Community College. And Jaquavius Randall with Southwest Community College. The majority of these guys up here had the qualifications to go to a four-year university, so I wanted to also congratulate them for doing it the right way in the classroom. And I noticed all coaches came up and gave you a little nugget for the future, and I leave you with what my mom told me: don't come home. Thank you.
On behalf of Wingfield family, Dr. Killens, our principal, we're extremely excited for this opportunity, for this moment for our two special young men. We're going to get some thanks out to Coach Johnson, Coach Woody, and Coach Chuck for all their support during this current season. And we look forward to the continued blessings they give us every year. I want to thank God also for this moment, because I tell you, these two young men, they hold God in high regards, and today's blessing is part of what God gives back to us for our hard work we put in. I consider it an honor and a privilege to have coached these guys for the last 4 years. It's been a privilege. Great athletes. They contribute and they were instrumental in our historic run this year to the playoffs. They're also going to be the first D1 signees at Wingfield High School since 2008. So that's a huge thing for us, So we're extremely excited. I'm so proud of them. I tell you, and I know Huncho, every time I see him, gotcha, coach, gotcha, coach. I keep hearing it in my head, all right, gotcha, coach, gotcha, coach. And then with Dre's over, yes, sir, yes, sir. So that's my personal thing I'm going to take back when I'm on the field and we give them hard practices. Yes, sir, gotcha, coach, all the time. So without delaying anymore, I'm going to present to you guys Leandre Thomas with the University of Memphis as a quarterback, and Robert Washington, who will be also signing with Jackson State. So if you didn't have a chance to see Robert go to work this year, you better see him go work here at Jackson State at the home. Leandre Thomas is going to the University of Memphis as a quarterback. And Robert Washington is going to Jackson State. He's going to sign as a tight end receiver. I want to personally thank their parents who brought them to work, picked them up from work. They were supportive day in, day out. I get phone calls, what's going on, how's it going? They were always instrumental in the development of these two young men. So it's not just the coaches, it's also the parents. And I am extremely proud and privileged and honored to have worked with your sons for the last 4 years. So thank y'all very much.
We're going to have refreshments after the program, and I know everybody knows Landon Stokes. Landon Stokes is the guy, you see some of his guys selling items, pom-poms and caps at the game. He's providing the refreshments. The name of his business is Continental Accessories, and they're located on Lynch Street. But he is a great supporter. He's selling in the district, but he gives back. This is not the only thing he does with us, but he does give back. You may be signing with a community college or a four-year college, but the bottom line is going to be, you're going to be successful based on what you put into wherever you go. It's going to depend on your level of commitment, not just on the field, but off the field as well. So I do want to congratulate all of you, all the parents as well. And parents, don't forget to come back and support us, even though your child is leaving. Come on back and support us. We appreciate you. Thank you.